Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a video. A lot has happened in about a year and a half, I think, since I've made my last video. Probably a little bit longer. But from living in Tempe to moving to Washington, that has been a big experience for pretty much everyone in the family. I know I definitely learned a lot from living into the group home for it's about 4 to 5 months, give or take. And in that time, I know I've learned a lot about myself. And then coming back with Tamer and Eric was really exciting. To move to Washington to live with Dawn for a while, that was pretty great. Learned a lot, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun being there. But moving on with me, Tamer, and Eric living on our own again in an apartment, it's been a pretty great experience. A lot of ups and downs, normal family stuff. And in that time period, I've kind of matured a lot, and I've gone on to where I'm 16 now, and I'm getting ready to get my own job, and I'm volunteering. And with getting your own job, figuring out how to make resumes, how to take care of your dog while you do all that and go to school at the same time. And with me, I'm the officer of a club, the anime club at Cascade High School. So managing all this stuff can be a little bit stressful, which is the topic that I've kind of led to today, is stress and how to deal with stress in situations and what stress is and what it does to you and the different types of stress. So stress itself is basically, from what I've learned, it's your body's reaction to a situation or environment telling you, it's basically your brain's signal to your body saying, like, you've got to get out of this, this isn't good for you, or just get out of the situation. But stress is a reaction that was mostly used back in our primitive days. And as it gets to now, like the 20th century, stress is a lot more complicated, as it's not meant, or wasn't meant to be kept on a person for such a long time as it is now, as individuals experience it through work, through social media, through everyday life. It creates stress, and it stays on in your brain basically, and it makes you droopy, it makes you upset, and it kind of plays hand in hand with depression almost. But stress isn't always something to be afraid of. It's something to learn from, and learning how to cope with it and how to get over stress is a tactic that everyone should learn in everyday life eventually. So, how stress works is it basically strains your mind and your body over a continuous use of time, because stress is basically a reaction of the fight or flight. It's what gives you the adrenaline, the blood pumping, that kind of stuff. And as a while, you can see if your body and mind are in that state for such a long time of alert, like telling you to get out of this dangerous situation, it can kind of wear and tear it down. But knowing how it's coming at you and what is causing it, like saying having an everyday job, and your boss wants you to turn in a certain amount of papers a week, or he's giving you a project, and you're stressing out about it. But if you take a deep breath, realize you're not in any danger, you can deal with this, it definitely helps a lot. Other ways to cope with stress in a situation, if breathing doesn't work for some people, doing a hobby. Obviously not at work, you can't just stop working and then do a hobby. Unless working is your hobby. Which then, yeah. Okay, but the point being is that stress isn't permanent. It's something that you can work on. It's a little bit easier to get rid of than depression, even though they kind of still play hand in hand together. Just knowing how to de-stress yourself and kind of let go and relax instead of being so tense all the time and worrying about what's going on, what you should be doing, or what needs to get done. But still knowing that sometimes things still need to get done, and that a little bit of stress is still good because it can push you to get that motivation to get something done. So just next time, like, you're stressed and you're worrying about a project, or you have a deadline and it's getting closer, just know that stress, yes, over a long period of time is a bad thing, but a little bit of stress to get you pushed in the right direction to the motivation is the good thing in life. And knowing how to deal with the stress, if it's in the middle of something, say it's like a sport and you're stressed out because you feel like you can't make a team. Taking a deep breath, practicing some more maybe, going on a run, talking to a friend, talking to family, talking to the coach. All that stuff is a way to help you with stress and kind of get rid of that mind block that stress creates. So just finding ways to deal with it in your comfort zone or out of your comfort zone, either way, is something that people should utilize. And I know I've researched quite a bit on this, and it's definitely helped me deal with knowing how to manage my stress when I have to come home and deal with my chores, and then also figure out how to build a resume or how to talk to people or make a video. That all of this helps. Is just talking, knowing the stress that it's giving you, how to get rid of it, and to move on and realize that you've got it done. You can do it in your own, basically, in that sort of sense. But sometimes having a friend with stress, or not friend with stress, but friend help you with stress, like talking, like as I said earlier, talking to a friend is one of the best ways to get rid of stress, because oftentimes you hang out with a friend, you relax, and sometimes you have a laugh, yeah, and that releases endorphins in your brain, which make you happy. It's basically just the gist of it. And running, same thing. It releases almost the same chemical, and it makes you happy and relaxed as your muscles aren't as tensed anymore from the stress because you've worked it out. And drawing, painting, that kind of stuff, it sets your mind in a direction that changes how you perceive the stress almost, because it keeps your mind off of it. And it's basically what it is. It's something to get your mind off of the stress, put you in another situation, kind of in your happy place. And it just kind of puts the stress off for a little bit. But as I said earlier, stress won't necessarily go away until you've dealt with the stress. So, yeah, that's basically all I have to say today. I just kind of wanted to share a little bit, share the knowledge I've learned, and kind of recap up to what's happened a little bit. And hopefully there'll be more videos. Hopefully there'll be more with the family and that kind of stuff eventually. So yeah, till next time.